And now, please welcome your split decision host from 2007 to 2009, the man who throws the scripts out the window, Carl Boss! And now, please welcome your split decision host from 2009 till 2010. He is the current host of Inside the Soul. Please welcome Jason Brown! And now, please welcome your current host of Tell It Like It Is. He is the man of the hour. He tells it like it is, Justin Jackson! And now, if you could please rise for your performance of your national anthem.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Justin Jackson. We're here with, it's called Tell It Like It Is. It's a season finale. It won't be the last, but right now it will be. So
for this season.
Yes.
It is.
So I'm here with two former hosts. To my left, I have Mr. Carl Boss. Thank you for coming.
Still one last time, throwing the scripts out the window.
Yes, the original
Feels good
man.
to be home, Justin. Thanks.
Thank you. And Jason, welcome.
Thanks, man.
You know, the second host, you know, he does big things, soul.
Trying to do big things.
All right, talk about what you do.
Well, right now I am the host for a show for the Philadelphia Soul. Brian Boss and I do it together. It's called Inside the Soul. You guys out there can check it out on PhiladelphiaSoul.com. And hopefully that's just the first step for big things for my career. But it all started right here on this desk.
Right here.
Yeah, we all started right here. And we all branching off doing different things, doing big things together and by ourselves. So it's a big show we have for you tonight.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. First topic, we talk about news. The Avengers. Everybody already know about the movie The Avengers, man. 200 million. They made over 200 million this weekend. They made 600 million worldwide. Me and Lee, I told Levy that it's gonna break Titanic's record, and the way it's going, it might do that. And it's setting up for movies like Batman this summer and Spider-Man this summer. Do y'all think it will pass Titanic, or what you think about the movie?
I mean, honestly, I think it's tough to say whether or not. I mean, you see these clips right here. Everything's looking good. Technology's getting so much better. As these movies keep coming out, it's gonna get just, better and better. But to say if it's gonna pass Titanic, it's really hard to say because, I mean, Titanic's coming out again with 3D and this and that. Like, at the end of the day, we won't be able to tell if it's going to pass and what? Like, pass it when? Its first initial come out or 3D at the end of the day? It's going to be released like 6 more times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So it's hard to say if it's going to pass it or not, but maybe.
You know, we never did that 3D special that we talked about. But you also have to take in the fact of inflation. Titanic was released in 1997 when it was probably like $5 to go to the movies versus it's like $50 to go to the movies now. And if you had 3D and now you're making it a weekend event to go to the movies. So you have to take in inflation. Again, like I agree the technology is like 10 times better than it was back in, when they had the double set VHS boxes coming out. But yeah, I think it's good. The superhero movies are a gold mine. That's why they keep making,
Yeah,
a whole lot of them. I agree. I mean, if whatever works, go do it. It's a business.
And that's what I'm saying. Titanic was good, but right now we're talking about the Avengers. We're talking about the only reason I say what I'm going to say is because Avengers made money, man. Everybody from adults to kids read Captain America, read Iron Man, what's his name? Incredible Hulk. I was about to say Hercules. Incredible Hulk. I mean, I grew up collecting comic books. You have a lot of comic book fans, but not only that, you just got people that love these type of movies. And like you said, Carl, they're making millions and millions and millions of dollars with Stan Lee. Stan Lee is the man. Stan Lee, if I could meet you, I would shake your hand because he made all these characters possible. And they're just making money from left and right. I mean, it will never stop. It
won't.
Stop.
I mean, superhero movies appeal to such a wide market. I mean, everyone from 5 years old as a kid to an adult will go watch this movie. Versus Titanic, it's more of a 18 to 49 kind of range.
But the thing is, at least we can agree on Avengers, Titanic. They're both true stories.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, who knows? But I don't know. I think it might do it. We'll see. Just give it more time. It's only the first week, and give it more time. Our next topic, we're talking about news. A drunken man. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. A drunken man dives through the drive-through window. 24-year-old Leonardo Christopher Smalls. That's a long name. When he went to get his food, he wanted to get his food, and the window person told him that, look at him. He doesn't even look right.
He looks hungry.
Yeah, he wanted his food before, he paid.
Hey, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Actually he just went berserk. Like, he just went crazy, and he dove, they say he was drunk, but he dove through the window, and he was arrested and charged with DUI for resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. Now, was this smart or dumb, fellas, or would you do this?
I think he wanted to uncover what some of that secret sauce is. I don't know. I mean, to figure that out, he might be $1 million. I don't know. I think it's, obviously for fast food, totally out of context, totally ridiculous, absolutely stupid.
I mean, I just want to know, why would somebody do all this? Like, at first when I was listening to the story, I thought it was just taking a real long time for him to get his food, and he was hungry, and he just couldn't take any more of this. But come to find out, he just lost his mind. I mean, it's just wrong place, wrong time for everyone in this situation. But am I surprised this is going on in this country? No, I'm not, because this country's going, I don't know what's going to happen, but to be honest with you, this guy should be banned from all fast food places from now on, because this type of behavior isn't acceptable.
Maybe he wanted the milkshake before he wanted the soda. I don't know. But I know one thing. Everybody's asking what was he thinking. I want to know what was he drinking, because, that must be some strong stuff that make you go dive head first through the window of a McDonald's. I need to know what he was drinking, because two things. They need to take that off the shelf.
Yeah, but
where are you drinking, they need to take that and put a warning label or something on it, because...
besides what he was drinking, what was he smoking? know what I mean? What was he smoking?
No,
I don't know.
He was drinking something hard. I don't know, it was Everclear or
I mean, I'd be willing to bet that there was also substances involved with that one.
Yeah, it
Or
probably
that's some kind of strong cognac.
something he did, something he was drinking that set him off the edge. You know, I could, you know, I got stories too, but I don't want to tell them on the air. Certain liquors will get you there. Certain liquors will just take you right off the edge, and I don't know, my man. Just think before you take action again like that.
Next time, think before you jump through the drive-through window.
And
Absolutely.
Make sure he goes to alcohol classes and programs. Make sure he has to, because we don't want him to jump through another drive-through window. Our next subject, this is crazy. It's about a heroic man. He jumps into acid to save a coworker, ladies and gentlemen. He jumps into a tub of acid. A New Jersey construction worker, while he was working, you know, on top of a roof of a manufacturing plant, one of his coworkers fell through the roof. You know, so, you know, the other worker, he didn't think twice about risking his own life. He just jumped into the tub with him. And now, you know, the one that fell is severely burnt from head to his toes. And the second one is burnt from his waist down.
Yeah.
So tell me, fellas, what you done what he did?
I don't know. It depends. Who am I saving? Am I saving my, you know,
Your
a family
coworker.
member,
Your
a
coworker.
coworker? I mean,
What you
depends
done-
on what kind of relationship. I mean,
you done
obviously
when
this
you-
guy's
Well,
very
that's a
loyal.
no. I mean, that's a no. You gotta think about it.
You got to think about it, yeah. But you know, the guy's
can't
risking
blame
his
you,
life
though.
for you know, he's a very loyal person. You know, he must really have strong feelings for this particular individual.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, you have a man just trying to earn a living, falls through the roof into the acid. This guy doesn't think twice, jumps in to save him, and now he's burnt from the waist down because of it. And you know, he'll be feeling that for the rest of his life. There won't be a day that goes by that he doesn't remember what happened, and he
got
saved his
scars.
life. Yeah, he's scarred for life, but that's truly a heroic story. And you know, at the same time, I don't think any one of us could sit here and say they would have done the same thing, because that's a split-second decision, and I mean, that's serious, man.
A life-altering decision, split in a split second.
Well, I know I wouldn't do it definitely if it was my boss. But,
Unless that boss was your girl, though.
Oh, well, it don't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't do it. That's just me. I'm sorry. I am a hero. I can be a hero, but I wouldn't do this right here. This is suicide.
Yeah.
You know,
tough.
this is suicide.
He could have. I mean, both men could have been killed.
Yeah, but I wouldn't jump in. Like, I wouldn't jump in there. I would at least, you know, get a 2x4 or like a stick or something.
Yeah,
try to
something
hold some in
else,
there,
yeah.
call 911, call the fire department. we
Fishing
need some
line
help.
or something.
But I'm not diving in a whole tub of acid
Nah.
to save him. I'm sorry, my man. I wish you the best of luck. And like I said, if I had a rope, well, the rope would get melted, so I don't think that would work. But he just went and lost cause.
Yeah.
It just went and lost cause.
It's a nice little story, though, but
Yeah,
The guy is a hero.
Yeah, he is. Congratulations, and you're scarred for life. Next, we doing something called Behind the Scenes, Tell It Like It Is, split decision, where we go behind the scenes and talk. Brian Boss goes to interview us about our shows and our past shows. So here it is, Behind the Scenes, Brian Boss.
I got started in this in 2007, the first ever season with Mike Gradsky was filming the show, and he was doing it for one semester. It was like kind of like a project show. Like really nobody had any kind of idea what it was or what it was going to become to. And then it got time for him to graduate, and then the show I happened to be there last episode. I was in class. He invited me on to talk about the draft, and he invited me on, and we just got to talking, and I happened to be on the last episode. And then after that, I was standing there after everybody wrapped everything, all the cables up and everything, and I was like, what happens to the show now? And then they're like, well, it's going off the air. And I was like, this thing could be something else. So I was like, well, can I have it? And they're like, it's all yours. From there on, I took over the show in 2007. Started it with this graphic. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I just kind of, off the top of my head, I came up with this, some of the stuff. And then as we went over time, I added segments. That's where the whole kind of throw the scripts out the window thing came into play. Because, as we went along, it was a learning process. everything was new. We were adding new stuff every week, but we made it work, and the show always went on. You know, barring some kind of, you know, unforeseen circumstance, the show was on the air. I worked with Brad Guthrie for 1 season, and after he moved on, different things I was seeking, a new co-host for the next season. In my last episode with Brad, one of the crew members, you know, named Jay Brown, happened to be there and says, you know, oh, I'd like to talk to you about being your co-host.
I had to do a requirement for my TV One program, which was taping shows, and I ended up taping a show called Split Decision. I didn't know what it was. I just knew I had to do what I had to do. And I was in there, I was cameraman, and it was a co-host last show. And the whole time I'm thinking, yeah, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do this. And then I find out they don't know who's gonna be the next co-host. So after the show, I talked to Carl Boss and Professor Voorhees about wanting to do something like this next semester. And Carl and I kept in touch over the summer. And by the time the next semester came around, I was in there. And
so we met, discussed, and I felt like, you know, we had a great chemistry. So we threw it up on the desk and we created this unbelievable tandem on the screen. And we just developed, you know, so well over, as the course of the season went on, and then, you know, the following season.
We started doing Split Decision, and because of that, you know, I had other opportunities here. I did play-by-play for basketball games. I did radio shows. And when I was done with my time here at Mercer, I went on to Rowan, and I did sports anchoring, and I hosted a parade and a pep rally, and now I have an internship for the Philadelphia Soul. So, you know, you just got to put in work and take the opportunities when they come, and don't look back.
So basically I started off in the back. Then Carl left, and then Jay Brown took over. And I knew Jay. It was funny because Jay was in one of my classes. I knew him before he took over, before he was the guest host of the regular Split Decision. And he started to do it, and me and him became friends actually afterwards, and I was still in the back doing it. That's when I met Brian Boss in the show. That's what made me want to be part of it. I used to enjoy it. I used to enjoy watching. I used to enjoy working with everybody that they had. And I asked Jason one time, and Jason asked me, do I want to be, guest star sometimes on the show? And I did, and then Mr. Voorhees came to me, and he asked me, do I want to get a show? Do I want to put a show together? I said, okay. I was like, all right. And that's when I came to Brian and asked him, do you want to help and produce and make a different type of show? I didn't want to do a Split Decision because that was Carl and Jason's baby.
Then Justin came up to me and he was like, I have an idea for a show. And I was thinking in my mind only for Justin, because Justin is one of the best guys I've ever met. So I started the show off as a favor to him to do the show. But then we just kept building, and I had a really fun time doing this. We made innovations along the way. We had Take It to the People. We go around campus. We never really done that before. We had Caught on Tape.
It's been a great thing the last 5 years. No matter who was the host, it was a co-host or the host. It was always a great, show.
That's just the beginning, and it all started here at Mercer. So I'm proud to say that I began.
I wouldn't have done this, and I keep saying that. I tell everybody, I wouldn't have done this if Brian Boss wasn't involved, if David wasn't involved, if Rich was involved. Y'all made me want to be part of the show. Y'all made me want to come here and do it. Hey, fellas, what's going on? What's going on? We're here. Tell it like it is. We're back. That was behind the scenes. Brian, you did good work. I'm proud of you. And we're going to sports. This is where it's going to get hot.
It's where the big boys play.
Yeah, it's where it's going to get hot. Fellas, which team out the draft did the best out the draft, and which team to you think is going to do good this year in the NFL?
I'm not going to be biased, but I'm going to say my Philadelphia Eagles. Come on. They did a great job of anchoring their weak defense. They got some great picks that fell to them at the right time, at the right, I think it's really going to help them out. Fletcher Cox and everybody else. I think they're going to come to town. We're back in the playoffs, baby. We're going to take care of this thing again.
Well, Carl,
like last year.
Yeah, I mean,
Carl.
Like last year.
Carl, I mean, the one thing that I would say to you, based on the Eagles' phenomenal draft history, so you have to say they probably most likely had a good draft this year, you know what I mean? Nah, let's just leave the Eagles alone.
Hey, the 09 draft, LaShawn McCoy and Jerry Maclin in one draft, You can't say
Yeah, I
that.
can't knock that.
Yeah, but I mean, what, Brandon Graham, 2 picks later, Jason Pierre-Paul, that was a big mistake. You guys have had, a speckled draft history. I mean, maybe it'll turn out good for you guys. But to look at this honestly and say who came out of the draft the best, I got to see these guys play. I really do have to see them out there because every year they say, I mean, honestly, you watch the draft, these analysts, they say, good pick. That's a good pick. I love the pick. If they love everybody, who's not going to play well? I mean, honestly, let's be real. But, sticking with who I think had a good draft, going with the Giants. David Wilson, let's see him out there. I really think this man can do backflips, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Pierre-Paul can do backflips.
Yeah.
Tremendous athlete. He's real fast. He has a little bit of a fumbling problem, but the Giants have been known to correct athletes with fumbling problem. Tiki Barber, Ahmad Bradshaw. Let's get these guys on the field. Let's see what they can do. And don't forget, the Giants were banged up last year, and they still won that Super Bowl. So, and they're going to have a hard schedule. The whole NFC East is going to have a hard schedule. But that 4th-round draft pick, the name's slipping me right now, but they got a tight end, and I think he's going to be a decent player for them. And the Giants are going to come in and do some work this year.
All I'm going to say is this. Philly, I like DeMarco Ryans. I like what you did. I still
Yeah,
think
that was a good little pickup.
Your defensive line is beautiful. You got Badman, Trent Cole, Jenkins still, and you got a couple good guys at the draft. These ends at the draft. But your secondary is still questionable. And you know that too. Your secondary is still suspect, and your offensive line is still suspect. So we'll see how that works.
Well, to see how our 38-year-old rookie that we drafted last year turns out.
Yeah, we'll see how it
We'll
works.
see how it works.
As far as the Giants go, I like the Giants. They got a good young team nucleus. We'll see what they can do this year. I like adding Rivers.
Yeah,
I like that, and I'm good to see. But to be honest with you, fellas, y'all gonna hate me for this, but I think the Dallas Cowboys, man, they look good, man. I'm not a Cowboy fan,
come
but
on.
they look.
How many years are they supposed to been?
But if you look at what they did with Claiborne, and then they went and got Carr from the Texans, Rodney Poole, and they still got Jenkins.
Oh, man, Brodney.
And then they're going to go on vacation before the first round of the playoffs, and that'll be it for them.
I'm saying if they all stay healthy. See, the only reason why they didn't win that division last year, I hate to burst the bubble, but the only reason they didn't win that last year because of Murray. If Murray didn't go down, that made the offense balance. When Murray was getting, 100-yard rushing every game, before he got hurt, they were, 9-5? And then they tanked, they folded. But if you look at them, if you really look at what they did in the draft, how they correct the secondary, because they did correct the secondary, and if all of them stay healthy, they have the best team in that division.
At the end of the day,
They have the best team in that
We'll
division.
see what happens.
At the end of the day, the Eagles, the most important thing about them is can Michael Vick stay healthy? And he hasn't been able to do it except for one time in his whole career. And we really got to see these guys go out there and play. You can't really give them a grade until they're out there playing. And that's what we need to see. Everyone had what looks to be a decent draft, but, I mean, let's get these guys out there and let's play some football.
Oh, yeah. But we'll see.
We'll have to wait for that, though.
Yeah, we'll see. And as far as Philly go, I just got to say, even if Vic do get hurt, you still got Kafka.
I'm so excited right now.
Kafka.
Yeah, so you'd be good.
You got
Shaking in my
Kafka.
shoes.
You still
As
Castillo.
long as I feel good about that. I can
Castillo's
sleep at
still the
night.
defensive coordinator, so y'all
Yeah,
will do
that
good
makes
this
sense.
year.
That
Yeah,
makes
y'all,
a lot of
y'all
sense.
still will win this year. Our next topic, we're talking about the NBA. You already know NBA playoffs. We're talking about the second round. The first round is, it's already a wash. We already know who's going to meet each other in the next round. You got the Lakers and Thunder, Celtics and Philly, Heat and Pacers, Spurs and Clippers. Fellas, is there going to be any upsets in the second round, or what teams that you think is going to win and pull through?
I do. I attended Game 3 of the Sixers versus the Bulls last week, and they
at
look
my
good.
boys
They're
doing
back in business. They're getting back in the groove a little bit. I think they're going to upset the very old, washed-up Celtics. I think the youth of the Sixers is going to be too much for them at the end of the day. I think it's going to be a 6-game series, but I think the Sixers are going to pull this one out before they get pummeled by the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know I can't even sit here and say that the Heat are going to make it to the finals because I want to see what the Pacers can do against the Miami Heat because they're a big team.
Yeah.
And they could drive in there and they could shoot on the outside.
They match up well.
They do. And no one's been talking about the Pacers. And, obviously they're a good team, number 3 seed. I'd really like to see what they could do. And as far as, on the West side of things, Clippers versus the Spurs. The Spurs were the best team in the West all year long. But, you know, at the end of the day, are the Spurs going to be able to maintain enough energy and enough excitement around that locker room to keep up with a young team like the Clippers, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin? Are they really going to be able to go bang in and out, you know, night after night, inside, outside with these guys and be able to, you know, live up to the hype of being the #1 seed? It's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, it's going to be real exciting. I got to go down the list on this. Lakers and Thunder, you know, I hate to be biased, but I am a Lakers fan, diehard Lakers fan since I was a kid. I ain't just jump on the bandwagon. I was born this way. So I like the Lakers in this series. I think it's going to go 7 games. I like Kevin Durant. He's my MVP. The only problem is I look at L.A., they're going to have a problem with Westbrook at that point guard position. They're going to have a problem. I like Raymond Sessions, but I don't think Raymond Sessions, Steve Blake could guard Westbrook. I think Westbrook is the key, or Harden. Westbrook is the key, but I think they have bodies to throw at Kevin Garnett. You got Ron Artest, you got Barnes, you got E-Banks. So that's going to be an interesting series. Celtics and Philly, you're right, Carl. Celtics will win in 6.
I didn't go that far. We'll
Celtics
see
will
what
win in
happens. I think a
6.
66-game season is going to be too much for the old timers.
But I don't think so. I think experience is going to come. Philly don't have a closer at all. The only reason Philly even got to the second round because Bulls is done.
I don't know. I believe in, as Matt Cord used to say,
done.
Drew Holiday.
They're done. And Rondo was going to kill him. Rondo was going to run right through Philly.
You know, thinking
and Paul
about it.
Pierce is going to be just. It's going to be who are they going to? They can't stick none of the stars in Boston. None. There's not one Philly. There's not one player in Philadelphia that could stick anybody on Boston Celtics at all.
That's the thing, because we're such a mystery team. You don't know who's going to
And
be the
Spencer
star
Hall's, come on, he's playing beyond his skills right now because Chicago doesn't have a team. So of course Spencer Hall. When you interviewing Spencer Hall's after the game, there's a problem. That's all I'm going to say. As far as the Heat and the Pacers, it's going to be a good matchup. I like to see the Pacers give the Heat a problem because they do, Jason. They do match up good with them. You got Granger. I like Danny Granger. People sleeping on him. You still got George. You got Roy Hibbert. You got a lot of guys. You got George Hill. You got Darren Collison. You got David West. Pacers look good, so don't sleep on this matchup. And Spurs and Clippers, I have to agree with you again, Jason. I hate it, but I have to agree with you again, man. I like the Clippers. I love Blake Griffin. That's my favorite big man in the league. Blake Griffin's a beast. Chris Paul's playing out with his mind. They have a good team, even without Chauncey Billups. I like Nick Young. I like that new addition. But at the same time, on the flip side, the Spurs, they have the experience. They have the coach. They have Tim Duncan. They have Tony Parker. They have good players, man, old and young. So I think it would be a good series, but I think the Spurs might pull that one out.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But all I want to say was about the Lakers. When Kevin Durant starts giving them problems, Metta World Peace just needs to hit him with one of those mean elbows again.
Yeah,
knock
basically.
him out, you know?
And
just say it was an accident.
I come in peace.
Well,
My last name's World
we
Peace.
talked about this last show. Harden did get in his way. People say whatever they want. I'm not saying that Ron Artest was right or Metta World Peace was right for hitting him with a Steven Seagal elbow. I ain't saying that like that, but what I'm saying is he shouldn't stand on tracks when the train's coming through. That's what they told me. You can't do that, man. You know Ron ain't right.
Yeah, come on.
So why you even cut in front of him like that? It's crazy. But it's going to be interesting playoffs. I've been enjoying the NBA playoffs, so second round is going to be even better. Next, we're talking about Cole Helms. You know, he's suspended for 5 games for hitting the left fielder rookie. What's his name? Bryce Harper. Welcome him to the league. You know, they say it's an old tradition. I don't believe that BS, but, you know, it is. The coach of Washington Nationals said that, you know, it was gutless and classist act. And, fellas, was this fair or out of bounds suspending for 5 games or just for the whole situation, period?
I mean, you look at baseball as a game, as a tradition, you hit players. You do that. That's what's done. Cole Hamels didn't do anything differently besides admit that he did it on purpose. But this has been going on in the game for years. He didn't hit him in the head. He didn't, hit him in the face.
Yeah, but
he hit him in the back.
That still hurts.
Too bad. We're playing baseball here. And they hit Cole Hamels later on in the game. That's the way it is, man. It's just the way baseball is. And Bryce Harper is a good young rookie. And, they beamed him one good time. It's going to happen more and more. If he's going to cry about it, then why is he playing baseball? He should expect something like this.
I think it was a little out of, a little out there. I don't know if he should have, gone that far to whale him with the ball. He could have.
I'm
could have
disappointed in you, Carl.
Could have injured him. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But the thing is, he admitted to it. I mean, they gave him a really light suspension. I mean, I don't even think he's gonna miss his next start.
I think
so
5
it's really
games.
like nothing at all.
I think 5 games is a little bit.
I mean,
too
5
much.
games is like a whole month.
Yeah, I think that was a
It
little
is,
too much.
We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I look at it like this. I'm with you, Brian. I mean,
Carl.
Carl. Yeah, I guess
See what Brian thinks in the back.
Yeah, Brian. What you think? But I think it was out of bounds, man. I don't think he has no business hitting that boy in the back with the ball. I don't care if it was tradition or not. I mean, this man might have kids, he might have a family. But at the same time.
I think he's like 19. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, still, but that's my that's my morning call.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just saying I think it's out of bounds. I really do. I don't think he should have got suspended for 5 games. I think that's a little bit much. I mean, he did hit him. I could see 1 or 2 games, but 5 games.
Well, no, he's suspended for 5 games, but he doesn't play for 5 more days or so. So if they have many games, he might not even miss his next start. What I'm saying is nothing happens at all.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking he got suspended for 5 games that he beat.
No. I believe it's just 5 straight games where he just won't even miss a start. It'll just be like nothing.
So then what's the point? I see that, baseball tried to make, a point here. If you're going to hurt people intentionally, we can't stand for that. But at the same time, this has been done. When Roger Clemens hit Mike Piazza in the head in the World Series, what was done about it? Then he throws the bat at him. You know what I mean?
If Roger Goodell was the commissioner
well,
of baseball,
I don't know.
God, he'd be
This just
suspended for life,
happens.
fined
This is
5
part of
draft picks,
baseball. Period.
So that means So what you're trying to say is Harper should get hit every time he goes up to the plate against all the different teams?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's going to happen. He's going to get hit intentionally again this season and well into his career. It's going to happen. That's how baseball's played, and that's what. The only difference is Cole Hamels admitted he did it on purpose. If he didn't admit that, he wouldn't have got suspended, but he did. So, he gets suspended.
Well, all I can say is I don't think Cole Hamels had the green light to do that because to me he's really. I can see Roy Halladay doing it.
Yeah, I hear you on that
or
one.
Cliff Lee or somebody doing
that's
big time and stuff. I'm not saying Cole Hamels is not really big time, but he's not Halladay.
He's got a World Series MVP.
Yeah, but he's not Halladay. And what happens to him in the playoffs ever since the MVP, he folds. He folds like chairs. So, Cole Helms, I guess you were trying to say, I did it, tradition.
Wait, what did he do it for, though? Why did he hit him, though? That's what I want to know. But at the same time, I can't fault him for it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Life goes on. Stop crying, Bryce.
Our next subject is a very touchy one, especially for me. The Mayweather and Cotto fight. Mayweather won. He won on points like he usually do. He wins on points. Cotto gave him a run for his money, busted his nose, bleeding from the mouth. I just look at it like this, fellas. If Cotto could tag him and hit Mayweather and was really giving him a problem because it's the first time Mayweather ever fought a good fighter because he picks and chooses who he wants to fight. And he finally got in the ring with a good fighter because he needed money and he needed a big fight. And Cotto was out there because he was scared to fight Manny Pacquiao. Fellas, you think Cotto got robbed in this fight, or what you think about Mayweather and Manny? You think that fight would ever get done?
I don't think it'll ever get done, just because of financial reasons. And Floyd Mayweather wants Manny Pacquiao to test for illegal substances. I don't know if it'll ever come together. I hope it does because it's a fight that I want to see. I watched the fight on Saturday. I thought it was a good, evenly match. Nothing fishy like the last fight. And I gotta say, I watched 24/7 all the way up to it. Mayweather is the most entertaining boxer in the league. He gives a breath of fresh air to this sport who's lost some energy over the last 10 years or so. He's just very entertaining to watch. At least his fighting isn't as it's not a knockout every time, but I'd say the guy is very entertaining. I do think it was a good fight, a fair, even match. I believe there may be a rematch in the works somewhere down the line.
to go off of what you said, you know, Mayweather, he knows how to play to the cameras. He's in the current day and age, and he knows what to say. He knows what'll get under people's skin, and he's a showboater. Money Mayweather. He's got a whole persona to live up to, and that's what he does.
He got 50 bodyguards around him.
Well, he needs them because
He's
honestly,
150 pounds and 5'4" or something like that. He's a little guy. He's a middleweight.
And as far as Mayweather versus Pacquiao happening, it will happen. I really do believe that, but I just think that it's going to happen when these guys are a little bit older. Yeah, see, that's Mayweather crying right now.
That's what
I think we talked about this on our first show together or something like that. Will this ever happen? And it still hasn't happened.
Well, it's
yet.
not.
Back in
Because you
08.
want to know why? I'm going to lay it down for y'all, fellas. I'm going to lay it down. Mayweather, can I get a camera to myself? Can I get a close-up? I need something. Please come to me. I need to know what camera.
There you
Here
go.
we
There you
go.
go.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, please. And all your Mayweather fans, that most Mayweather fans don't watch boxing anyway, so they don't know other good fighters if they seen other good fighters. They just see Mayweather fights. Let me tell y'all something. This fight's not going to happen because of one thing. They can say it's money. They can say it's Bob Arum. They can say wherever they want. Mayweather is scared. He doesn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. He knows that when he gets in that ring with Manny Pacquiao, it's going to be a problem. And he doesn't want to lose the big mouth image or the big boy image. On ESPN, in the interview they were doing, he was crying about, I don't want to get in the ring because I have kids and I have a family and I don't want to get hurt or get beat up and all type of mess. That would never come out of Mike Tyson's mouth. That would never come out of Muhammad Ali's mouth. That would never come out of Sugar Ray Leonard's mouth. That would never come out of Holyfield's mouth. Mayweather is a fraud. I know he's one of the best boxers, but he's a fraud. And all his fights, most of all his fights, besides Cotto fight, everybody he fought, Carl and Jason, is he was bigger than or he was old, or he was younger than. Besides the Cotto fight, if you look at all his fights, I'm not even counting the Victor Ortiz fight, 'cause that wasn't a fight. I don't know what that was. But all I know is this. It won't happen because Mayweather don't want to fight Manny. As far as the drug tests go and steroids and all that stuff Mayweather's selling, I'm not buying because Manny Pacquiao keeps fighting. If this man was on steroids, why does he keep getting boxed? He got a big match next month. Why are people, other boxers, still boxing him if this man's on steroids?
It
doesn't make sense.
Mayweather's the guy everybody loves to hate. It's always going to be that way. And I think he does have a little, cowardness to go in against Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be afraid he's going to be the next Michael Spinks, go in there undefeated and get knocked out in 90 seconds by Mike Tyson. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It may or may not happen. It's a coin flip for me. But the fight I want to see is brother versus brother for the undisputed heavyweight championship. Vitaly versus Vladimir Klitschko.
Now, they're on steroids. Now, if anybody else want to talk about steroids, and I watch boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport. Klitschko's are on steroids, and that's why they don't fight in America. They only fight in Germany because certain drugs are legal there and certain drugs that they might have are illegal over here in America. And I really believe that they might be on steroids. But other than that, the Klitschko's to me are another frauds because if they were fighting in an era with real heavyweights and real fighters, because the heavyweight division is depleted. There's really no good heavyweight, especially in America. You might as well forget it. You're not going to see one. They will get knocked out in the second, third round. Them guys are, I can't even stand the Klitschko. I don't even want to talk about the Klitschko's. But I hope Manny and Mayweather do fight. Yeah. I hope that do happen. I hope, Mayweather talking about 60-50 and all this other mess. Mayweather being man.
Well,
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, this is the last thing I wanted to say about Mayweather versus Pacquiao. The fight needs to get done. I just feel like it's just disrespectful to all of sports to sit there and say, we're not going to fight. That'd be like if this past year, when the Giants and the Patriots played a Super Bowl, the Patriots were like, oh, wait, we're not playing the Giants, though. It's just, they're the two best boxers. They think they're the best. Just fight it out. Do it. Let it happen. Stop crying. Do what they need to do to get it done because we deserve it as fans. They deserve it to the sports, and that's the end of the story.
Let it happen. It's good economy. It's good business to have this fight. This will be, without a doubt, the most lucrative boxing match in the history of boxing and sports, bar none. It should happen. It just has to happen.
Yeah, it really does, But see, why that fight might not happen because Mayweather can't bring his bodyguards with him. You know, he can't
Money,
get in the
power,
ring with a
respect.
whole bunch of bodyguards with him. You know, he got like 10, 50 bodyguards around. I'll be a tough guy, too, if I had about 20, 30 big guys around me. Yeah, I'll be the man, too, you know.
And he fought Mosley, and Mosley already failed a drug test for steroids.
Yeah, Mosley, that fight, he needs to retire. That's a whole nother
But I'm just saying, he wants to complain about steroids, but Mosley failed for steroids before, and he still fought him.
It's a cop-out, Jay.
Yeah, no, I know.
Mayweather talking,
I know.
that's a cop-out.
I know.
That's all it is. Next, we have a subject bringing it back to the old days. Carl, can you introduce this for me, please?
We're winding back the clocks a little bit, bringing back one of my favorite topics, the split decision spotlight. I compiled a couple of clips here, some of the favorite athletes. T.O., will he ever play again? I don't know. What do you guys think?
No.
No? And we got, his little annex with Jeff Garcia, some of the things. Darren Dalton, former Philly, everybody might him, Hall of Fame catcher. The guy's great.
How is he
Great
a Hall?
athlete.
He's a Hall of Famer?
Someday, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
I think he definitely deserves it. A-Rod, a lot of controversy, big superstar. Whether he's at a younger age, what do you guys think about him?
He's the man.
Yeah, let him play.
Let him play, make his money, live in the
He's
towers
chilling
in New
now.
York.
Yeah, he's
Hulk Hogan, everybody's favorite, sports entertainment superhero.
He's still juiced up at the age of 60.
Skin looks like it's made of leather.
I heard that he's wearing fake hair, too. I heard like he got
doubt
highlights
it.
and extensions in his hair. I heard that.
I
the
wouldn't
hair
doubt
he
it.
had is not
His
real.
hair still looks like he is. There he is, a big movie star as well.
It's
We'll see.
terrible.
We all
Remember
know
that
how
movie?
well that went.
Remember that movie No Holds Barred? That he made?
Randall Cunningham, the innovator of the running quarterback.
Yeah, he was the original guy. He would have probably won the Super Bowl if Philly had a better team. and
Or with the
better line.
Vikings, they should have probably won. That one year
Yeah.
they won 15-1.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot.
Obviously, great player.
Yes, he
And
was.
of course, our favorite athlete here in split decision / tell it like it is, the man, Shaq Daddy Diesel,
Well,
Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, yeah, and I got kind of bone to pick with this too. How is Shaq get a doctoring degree? How does he get how they made him Dr.
honorary-
Shaq?
an honorary
Yeah,
doctorate
he
degree?
got a doctoring degree, Dr. Kazam. I mean, you got people, that go to school for years. I don't mean to cut you off, Carl, but you got
good.
people that go to school for years, Carl. Years. You know how it is for years, spending money, everything. Now Shaq just skips everybody and gets a doctorate degree. What's going on?
As he said in the Icy Hot commercial, when the heat is on, the pain is gone.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
What are you gonna
That's
do?
exactly how Shaq sound, too. That's exactly how you
Can we
sound.
get it again?
Yeah, please, we want to hear it. Yeah, that's exactly how you sound.
He's like, I do what I do, and I got this degree.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
don't know what's
Shaq.
going on. Rich, I don't know what's going on, man.
And apparently he's
I don't know
got
what's going
more
on.
stylish shoes than a hybrid vehicle.
Let me just say this real quick about Shaq. If you're a man his size
I'm
and
in
his
my own
stature,
business.
and you're not a star in the NBA, then you're just a complete waste. Because I mean, come on, how big is he? Like he was dominating the league, but if you're that big, you should be. There's no reason why you shouldn't be. And I mean, he took advantage of it. And way to go, Shaq. He's a doctor now.
He's a doctor now. Dr. Shaq.
Dr. Shaq, he tried movies, basketball's over. He's got to come up with something else. He's still
Rap
a young
star.
man, 39, whatever he
Did
is,
everything.
years old. He's
We
still got a whole
did,
life ahead of him.
TV shows. Now he's a doctor.
And he's on NBA on TNT
Yeah, he is.
with Charles. Man, that's
And
terrible.
it's even worse than it was with him on it.
It's a shame. It's a shame to all everybody that earned a doctorate degree. It's really a shame. I think it's a smack in the face. I really believe that. It's a smack. I take, me, fellas. I take education seriously. It's a smack in the face to get that man a doctorate degree and really probably didn't earn. Probably, I'm not even gonna go in that.
Jeter's getting an honorary doctorate degree too.
Yeah, the money.
For what though?
Money always have its way. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all.
Back-
We know they didn't put in, 7 years of Harvard
Dr.
business school,
O'Neal.
so we know. It's just, it's just a certificate. They probably donated a lot of money or something like that.
Probably got it online. He probably got a doctorate degree
I mean, we
online.
can leave here today, go to Staples or whatever, and make us doctor degrees that say we graduated from Harvard.
I want to know what college he's going.
Until they look at our transcripts and,
I need to know
Throw
what
us
college.
out the door.
I need to know what college he graduated from. I think I need to transfer. there.
LSU, right?
I don't know, but I know I need to transfer there. If he got a doctorate degree, I know I need to transfer there and get that. Shaq, I'm following right behind you, Shaq. I'm following you. Carl.
We're hating on our 2009 split decision man of the year.
He never showed up.
He never showed up to claim his trophy. So
He stood us up.
You know, he was getting a doctorate degree. You
yeah,
know,
he was too busy out, focusing on his academics.
Yeah, you know, he had no time. Carl, our next subject is no huddle, ladies and gentlemen.
No huddle. It's time to throw the scripts out the window, lower the lights, and throw all the scripts out the window once again. A couple of quick questions right in your face, guys. We're gonna kick it off with. We already went over this. Will Floyd Mayweather ever lose?
Yeah, if he fights Manny Pacquiao. It's the only one person I know that could beat him.
Will the Phillies make the playoffs in 2012?
Probably. I mean, the NL East isn't really all that good. The Mets are going to fold, and they have the pitching. They've gotten up to a slow start, but baseball's a long season, and there's plenty of time for them to pull it out, and they have the experience. So I think they're going to be there again.
Will Eli Manning get a third Super Bowl ring before his career is done?
Absolutely.
I want to answer this, but I'm going to let you do it. Yeah, Eli can.
Absolutely.
Eli the man. After what I've seen him do, Jay, I know, I tell you this all the time. I tell everybody this. What Eli did to win this ring was amazing the first time, and it was amazing the second time. And they need to give Eli his just credit, Carl, because Eli is the man. The beatings he took during them 6 straight games against real top teams, he deserved it. He's tough. That's one tough guy.
It is. I give him props. He did it once, and some people say it was a fluke the second time. You can't really say a whole lot.
I mean, those runs were so strong, and that last pass to Manningham on the sideline like that, let me just tell you.
It was perfect.
But Eli does that every game. Every single game he makes that play. And that wasn't just luck. They practiced that just like that, and they did it in the biggest moment of professional sports, and they got it done, and he's going to do it again before it's over.
Were the Saints' penalties too harsh?
No, it's not harsh because it was organized. Now, it wasn't organized, just a bunch of players just throwing money in the pot. I say, they having fun. But they really sat down, drew an outline, and really, not just players, coaches and GMs, and the whole organization knew about it. They could lie and say whatever. They all knew about it. And I think they all deserve what they should get because I think, I know business, that sport don't need that. The way, as much money they getting paid to go out here and hurt people just because for 10 grand, nah.
Yeah.
Favorite chick flick?
None.
Along Came Polly.
I'm going to have to say he's just not that into you.
I never even heard of that movie, but let's go.
Kevin Connolly.
Along Came Polly's my favorite.
It's a
chick.
feel-good movie.
I like Along Came Polly.
Okay. Quick picks 2002, since we're not going to be here and the show's pretty much done after this. Quick picks 2012 champs for football, basketball, hockey, and baseball.
Wow,
I'm going to let
tough.
you start.
I wasn't even ready for
I want to
that.
let you
I
start.
just thought I'd throw it out there.
I want to let you start first. I want to give you to start
We throw the
first.
scripts out the window, right?
I mean, for the NFL.
2012,
we got to just take a long
All
shot
right,
of this
well, look,
one.
NFL, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans actually got in there and actually won that ring because their defense is strong. They're the strongest defense in the whole league, and their quarterback got hurt last year. And what's his name? Andre Johnson was hurt, and he came back and they lost. But I think having that 1 year of experience under their belt, I think they're going to take it in the NFL maybe, but they might not be able to beat the Giants in the Super Bowl when they make it. But NHL, it's a toss-up. I would say Rangers, you know what I mean? Rangers, it's about time. And NBA, I'd like to see Kobe take it because I think he's going to prove that the longevity of his career, the experience that he has, and he's going to prove to all these young guys out here that, what it takes to be a solidified superstar. And what sport am I missing?
Baseball.
Baseball. Yankees, you know what I'm saying? New York Yankees. And I'll tell you why. I'm guessing right now the whole season's real long, but if you're going to guess that one team is going to win out of all sports, your best bet is with the Yankees. I'm telling you.
Make it 28.
Yankees. Or the Rangers. The Rangers have a real strong team.
baseball, I'm going to say the Rangers. They have a good team, man. I follow baseball, and I like to see, I like Ron Washington as the coach.
Yeah, he's clean.
Yeah, I can't argue. Cleaner than whistle. I got to go to Rangers. NHL, I got to be biased. I'm going with the Devils. I hope the Devils win. I hope they pull it out. Basketball, if LeBron comes to play in the finals, the Heat's going to win it all. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
I hope not.
And football, I gotta say New England.
New England.
Gotta go with
I'm
New
gonna make mine
England.
real quick.
They
I'm gonna
good.
say Green Bay, the Heat. Let's toss it up. I'm gonna say my Fly guys are gonna come back. I'm gonna still give them some faith. Baseball, I'm gonna say the Texas Rangers finally pull it out as well.
Wow, so it's unanimous. Rangers are going to win the World Series.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
They
Yeah,
need,
we'll see.
they
And the
need
final
to.
question, everybody's seen Hangover, obviously, classic. Seen Hangover Part 2. What if we started the Hangover Part 3? What do you guys think?
I'd love it.
I think it looks great. I mean, it looks like a fun time, right?
I want to see it already.
I know, and
that's-
where would we have it at? They had it, Vegas, Bangkok. Where would we have it next?
I'd just go, keep it local. We go to AC.
Yeah, we go to AC or to
Yeah,
Wildwood or something like that. I think we'd have a good time.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, we had a good time when we took that picture.
Oh, I go. It's a shame we had to
Hoboken.
give the monkey back, though.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll just do it at Mercer.
Actually,
Yeah, we'll do it right here in the
Actually,
studio.
I got the monkey in my car. I got, he helps me. He does
He's your
little,
butler?
Yeah, he does little things for me. If I need him to go take something or steal something out of a store, he'll go in there. And he does my dirty work for me.
Well, I mean, that was tough to train him, but we did it, man.
Yes. It's a little special feature of Tell It Like It Is. Good friend David, he pulled me up here and he had something to tell me. So, David, take it away.
Just Jackson. I think you're the best. Better than Andrew D and the rest. You're always here and ready to go. You always put on one hell of a show. For 3 long semesters to Tell It Like It Is, we watch you rant and yell and really get pissed. Of course, you're the king of college television, right from the days of doing Split Decision. MCTV's lineup will take such a loss with no Just Jackson and no Brian Boss. You can't forget Rich, Bianca, or Dave, or all the musicians like Gabe that you crave. It's hard to believe all the shows that flew by. We're here for one last high. Whatever you do, if you get a new show, there's no way of knowing how far you can go. Just never give up. You're above all the rest. Do what you do and do it the best. Tell It Like It Is has come to an end. Just, you're a great host, but you're an even better friend.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Thanks, man. Next, Jay, man. Bringing it back again.
Yeah, I mean, this one was my co-host little segment called What's the Matter with You, Adam? I hope you're watching. But if you're not still, what's the matter with you? And I'm going with America. What's the matter with you, America? Because these people nowadays, especially the kids, and the parents are just as much to blame. They watch TV, they see these movies, these reality shows, and they think life's supposed to be a big party. We got 15-year-old girls walking around the mall, and they're wearing these little clothes, and it's like, what are you doing? It just makes me, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to see it, and I'm worried. I'm really worried. As if our generation wasn't bad enough. What is the next generation gonna do? They're growing up thinking that life's supposed to be a big party, and they go out and get drunk, and they talk to different people every single night. And you know what? I really just think MTV should be banned and taken off the air. And if we live life to this sound, to this music right here, things would be a lot better. And I just hope that moving forward, we can take everything into consideration and instill good qualities for our children to ensure that doesn't happen, because America's in trouble, man.
Jay Brown, 2012,
Yeah.
president.
I'll tell you one
Vote
thing.
for him.
My dentist don't even listen to this type of music. I call his dentist office. He got Power 99 or 96.5 rocking.
Well, we don't have the CSAC license for that.
Well, this
so.
is the witch hunt music.
Yeah, I feel like Little Red Riding Hood. I feel like an elf or something's going to come up here and jump on me. What do you think, Rich? You think this is the type of music you listen to this in your car? Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I like
Sometimes a glass of warm milk, or I just need to take a nap.
I mean, but honestly, don't you guys think that some standards should be set? And aren't you guys a little bit ashamed when you see these kids out here walking around? I mean, we talk about it all the time.
Jersey Shore, man.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
I know. Kids are heavily influenced by what's on television and the popular media today. I do believe something needs to be put into place.
When I was young, there you go.
See, it's gonna go off just like that.
Yep.
Bottle rocket.
All I can
That
say-
or the light bulb one.
All I can say is that when I was a kid, we used to huddle up around television and watch the Cosbys and stuff like that. Now they huddle around TV watching Jersey Shore and Bad Girls Club and Basketball Wives. So we respect.
That's what it's coming
That's their entertainment.
I do agree. Yeah, reality television's all over because it's cheaper to make and it's giving kids the wrong message rather than the feel-good,
And the-
family-friendly sitcoms are
And
no
the
longer there.
sad thing is, it's not reality.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's all sketch. It's
Yeah.
all acting. It's not reality. It used to be, but now it became so much of a money maker and entertainment. It's all watered down, man. There's nothing real about that because you can't. The stuff that you just do on reality shows, certain reality shows, you can't do that out here in real life because people will lock you up or something else will happen to you. So let's be real about that, people. Stop being brainwashed.
Stay in school.
Champion of the year, man of the year. Carl, who's your man of the
Man
year?
of the year, you know what? I was gonna go Shaq, but as we talked about it, I was gonna make him the two-time champ. But I don't know. I'm starting to get in some second thoughts. What do you guys think? I guess it's a triple vote here.
Well, I could say it's Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is my champion man of the year, man. He's everywhere. Tim Tebow is everywhere. Everybody's Tebowing. I respect the man. He wins games. He's the golden boy. He's the pitch. He's the best thing that He's the type of person that you would want your daughter to go date. And have kids and anything else.
And it's like what we were just talking about. This man will set an example for the youth out there.
Yes.
He's a good-hearted person.
Yeah, until 10 years down the line when we find out that Tebow is really actually running like
Running a drug
underground
ring.
ring.
Yeah,
And they find
right.
kilos of coke in his trunk. That was gonna happen to Tebow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
No,
how
that
it
probably
works.
wouldn't, but I mean,
They might.
I think this is a
because
good guy we got here.
I like Tebow. I just hope nothing bad comes out of it because the way they did Tiger Woods,
That's
man,
what I'm saying. Everybody thought Tiger Woods was-
I hate to see what they're gonna do to Tim Tebow. They find out if you do anything. I'm
Anything.
talking about anything bad.
Oh,
littering.
it'll be all he jaywalks.
Loitering.
It's all
Yeah.
over the TV.
Forget about it.
Outrage, starting picket line and everything. But anyway, we gotta, I guess, give out the trophy, right?
Yeah, I got the trophy right
This
here.
is for Tim
This is for Tim. If you can come
Tim,
claim it
I got
at the studio,
Get some
Yep.
glasses.
and a pen.
Because he's a cool dude.
the whole set,
Right here,
here.
Tim. This
And
all
a
you
pen.
need. This is all you need is some shades.
and the empty
Is it,
Gatorade
Tim?
bottle.
So Tim, you have 24 hours to claim your prize, and it'll be here for you, bro.
It'll be here. Congratulations, 2012. Tell the split decision like it is, man of the year.
Yes, that's Tim Tebow. These glasses for you, Tim. And I autographed them personally, just for you, Tim. I said, Tim Tebow, you're the man. Until next year.
What's coming up next year? So
Tim Tebow should run for mayor. Oh, yes.
See, that's Tebow right there for
Yeah.
the game.
see, he is. He's a fierce monster. It's like that commercial. He's like, they should have couldn't play in the league. Rawr.
I thought that was Rex Ryan in there. I thought he was hungry, or Andy Reid or somebody. I didn't know who that was. Carl, we ain't gonna edit it off right. We gotta edit it off, starting off with you.
We're going to do this one last time. As I said before, I talked about this before. Athletes are way overpaid. I think it needs to be brought back again. It's even worse since the last time I came on the show. Athletes are getting $100 million. They're getting $200 million. They're getting $250 million. What kind of ROI are you expecting on your, from your baseball team or basketball team to have this one player? They're going to make that much of an impact. Are they worth all that money? Are they going to last that long? 10-year contract, and then you got to pay all the signing bonus, all that. I think it's ridiculous. And the thing is, after that, even if you pay them, they're still finding foreclosures, bankruptcies, Chapter 11s, whatever it is. All these players out here are broke 20 years later. Allen Iverson's trying to play like minor league soccer to make up, to pay some of his jewelry bills. You got T.O.'s getting foreclosed in his, condos in Dallas. He's playing arena football. Whatever he's doing. Jamarcus Russell's foreclosing on his mansion because his football career, but he got all that signing bonus money.
Yeah, I don't
anyway, I
understand
just don't get it. How do you blow through that much money in such a short period of time? These guys aren't even that old. This is like a 10-year, 6-year, or even a 4-year, 5-year with Jamarcus Russell. How do you blow through that much money in that such a short period of time?
You're getting high.
It's poor decision making.
Well, I mean, they try to live this lifestyle.
300.
But you can live a heck of a lifestyle
Mike Tyson.
With
beat
just,
300.
Mike Tyson, the same thing.
300,
He's starting to
yo.
get his life back on track. I like
After-
what he's doing in the last few years.
After the Pigeon Show.
Mike Tyson grossed about $300 million in his career, and then in 2007, it was nearly gone. It was nearly gone. It was all gone. Luckily, he's been saved by whatever he's doing now. He's put himself on the right track. I like what he's done. I like what Mike Tyson's starting to do. He's starting to turn his life around. But like I said, it's an outrage how many, what these people are doing, like losing all that much money, in the last, in such a short period of time. It's ridiculous.
Mike Tyson's racing pigeons now.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's something with birds.
Yeah, birds and
documentary.
It's like Ben and his rats.
I mean,
you know.
That's so
Like
typical.
Willard.
So typical. Expected, right? All boxers end up racing pigeons.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's something, it's something to do. I don't know. You get hit in the head too many times. I don't know. You never know what you come up with.
Yeah.
I don't think that show lasted 2 days. Did it?
I saw more commercials
seen-
for it
yeah,
than
it
anything
was-
for the actual show.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. Jay, final word.
This is the final word, and I don't mean to get all deep on this one, but I just want to say, anyone not watching out there, you gotta work hard. You gotta work hard to get what you want to get. Nobody gave us this spot. We had to work hard to be here. I'm gonna graduate next week. I paid for it all myself, and I literally had my face down in the street, and I got up to be where I am today. And I'm still not where I want to be, but life's gonna be like that. It's gonna be tough. And you're going to meet people that try to lead you the right way, and you're going to meet people that try to lead you the wrong way. But it's really up to you, and you need to do what you need to do to succeed, because nobody's going to give you anything. And if you are given some things, you better appreciate it, because it could be gone like that. And once it's gone, what are you going to do then? So, I don't mean to get like that, but, life's hard.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to be successful, and I want people to actually be good people. I'm sick of being out in the street. My cell phone's dead. I'm stuck in Philadelphia waiting to get picked up, and I ask somebody, hey, can I just borrow your cell phone to make a call real quick, like right now? And this lady says, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, I understand because, Philly's a tough place, but it was on Market Street, a good place in Philadelphia. I'm standing right there. I'm asking nicely. She can't help me out. I mean, and worse things go on like that every day. Good people end up in bad situations, and things happen to them that they don't deserve. And I just want to see, better for America and better things. And I'd like to believe that somebody like us, somebody like me, who's worked hard and tries to do the right things, will end up with a good future and will get everything he deserves. And no matter what, just keep working for it, because that's all you can do.
Amen. I agree 100%. Yes. You got to work, and it's up to our generation to influence the next generation. This is good stuff. I'm all about, thinking positive and, working for your keep and all that. So I 100% agree.
Just keep on going, man. Just keep working at everything. I feel you, Jay. A lot of things happen in my life that a lot of people just don't know and won't understand. And you're going to have people that come and go. That's Eddie Murphy in the background. You got people that come and go in and out of your life, and the real people that really care about you, and you're going to have friends. You're going to have real friends, you're going to have fake friends, but the real friends always come through for you when you need them, and they're not going to sit back and be selfish or think about themselves. But life is hard, you're right, Jay, and you got to keep on pushing, you got to keep on moving, and have faith, because everything happens for a reason, even the bad, and sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. And sometimes you got to take 2 steps backward to get 5 steps forward. So y'all both deserve it. I'm proud of both of y'all, actually. Both of y'all got y'all degrees, man. Both of y'all are graduating. I'm graduating, and if it was for y'all, I'm saying it right now, if it was for y'all, I wouldn't be up here. And if it was for Brian, I wouldn't be up here either. And if it wasn't for Mr. Voorhees that had faith and trusted in all 3 of us, we all wouldn't be where we at today. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's back there. David, Rich, George, everybody, Gabe, everybody that's back there, even Andrew that's not here. I'd like to appreciate everybody that had a hand in this pot and that helped and tried, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be up here. I really wouldn't. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really mean that. I feel like crying.
I do too.
It's
It's all right. Just let it all out. It's all good stuff. It's all positive stuff.
And people don't know we're all doing different things on the side, and we're all going to do bigger and better things, and that's what counts. Doing positive things, surround yourself around positive people doing real things, and that's what it's all about. Last but not least, straight from the heart, this is going to be a minute. I just want to say Andre 3000 is playing Jimi Hendrix. good pick. I love Jimmy. I love guitars. I'm happy for Andre 3000. Suge Knight's getting locked up for suspects. People are saying that he's dealing with Tupac's murder. I already knew that, and I also know that there's Andre. There you go. I also know that Suge Knight probably has something to do with Tupac's murder. And yeah, look, see, he kind of looks like him. And I think Puff Daddy has something to do with Biggie Smalls' murder too, but that's a whole nother story. Melo the cat that we talked about last week, the fat cat, he died. He had a heart attack. I think everybody in the shelter that took him in that claimed that they were going to get the cat in shape should all get fired. Next, I'd like to say that I'm tired of ex-football players that's broke, that's crying about concussions, because when they went on the football field when they were a kid till now, they knew, come on fellas, they knew that football is a dangerous sport, and real men really, to that level and the pro level, real men play football on that level. You gotta be a real man to really sustain them hits in that level. And they get paid millions and millions of dollars to play the sport, so I can't feel sorry for you because you knew the risk and they paid you millions and millions of dollars. And then you have some guys that do play football that do get hit and do have concussions, but don't have the same effects as the next man does. So, that's kind of, it needs to be more addressed. I think it needs to be more awareness of it. I think, they need to take precautions, but I really feel those that what they keep doing, the NFL is taken away from the sport. And if I wanted to watch a light contact sport, I watch rugby, or I'll go and watch frisbee football, or two-hand touch, or flag football. That's not what football is about. Back in the day, them guys had no equipment and played raw, played just off Iron Man football, played offense and defense. So all these guys crying, and I hear people say it was bigger, faster. I don't want to hear that, man. Football always been that way. Football is a man's sport. Not everybody can't play football, especially on that pro level. And another thing is, I like to say to all the golfers and Hank Haney, golfer swing for Tiger Woods, leave Tiger Woods alone. Leave Tiger Woods alone, man. Today, golf wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is the man. They can say anything he wants. He don't have to win a tour no more. He doesn't have to win a major no more. He made his mark in golf. And if it wasn't for him bringing golf back, everybody wouldn't be watching golf. A lot of kids and a lot of people started playing golf because of Tiger Woods. And how many billionaires you know that made $1 billion playing sports? How many billionaires you know, Rich, that dominated besides Michael Jordan, and he didn't make $1 billion?
I only know 3 billionaires, and none of them played sports.
Nope.
So stop hating on Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm tired of everybody talking dirty, especially golfers and people that Tiger Woods made millions and millions of dollars for, and everybody want to kick a dead dog when it's down. I think that's wrong. And I think they need to stop that. I think that needs to be addressed. And I just like to say, last but not least, thanks to everybody. Thanks to people in Trenton for watching the show, and thanks for people that come up to me and tell me they watched it and they liked the show. I like to thank everybody, especially Beethoven headquarters, VIP. I just like to say thank you for everybody. Trenton Meat Farms, everybody. I mean, there's so many. Cristal's Hair. There's so many people I can sit on here and thank, Kiana, everybody, man. A lot of other people. I'd just like to appreciate that, Trenton, Hamilton, Princeton, Yardville, West Windsor, every major township, Lawrence, Hopewell. I mean, there's so many names I can sit out here and thank that, was with us and went through, that watched all our shows, not just mine, but all our shows, and I supported, and especially Mercer County and teachers and staff. I even had teachers and staff say they watch the show all the time. I appreciate it. I really do, and I appreciate everybody that helped me and worked with me, man. Thank you. And this is it. This is it until new things, and you'll probably see us doing different things or seeing us on a radio show and everything else.
Here comes Brian.
And
This is like man behind the scenes.
And these people are just storming the stage.
Brains behind the operation.
These people are just storming the stage.
These are the guys that work. These are the guys that make the show. Without them, it wouldn't be possible.
Yes.
I'd like to thank them all for their work over the years.
Yeah,
I'd like to say thanks as well, and thank you especially to Professor Stephen Voorhees for giving
Rich,
me this
I need you
opportunity.
up here, Rich. You gotta come
Yeah,
up.
he gave everybody
Rich,
the
lock the
opportunity.
camera.
Yeah, you gotta come up.
We're good.
Yeah, there you
Everybody
go.
take their final bow. I want
like-
to throw out the same way I got this show is whoever wants to come and take this job and keep it going and do something we were passionate about and continue it, you're more than welcome. I think you guys feel the same way as we move
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
We'd like to see it go on if somebody wants to do that.
Yeah,
It's an
but-
Thank you.
open opportunity, as it was for me and for you, everybody. It was all an open opportunity, and we want somebody else to have that same opportunity.
That's a good point to make right there because whoever takes this next, whoever is the next person to be on this desk, you better take it seriously because it is a big honor to be here and to be up here doing this, and it's a privilege, and we're lucky to be in a place to have this opportunity. But if you're gonna come up here and you're gonna joke around and think it's a game and all that, then don't waste the time. You better come up here and make it serious because we all worked hard to make a name for MCTV. These shows that we've done, you might be tuning in for the first time, whatever, but it is big in the community, and people do know who we are, and people have seen these shows, and we like to leave a legacy that we can be proud of, and whoever takes it next better keep up that same legacy and tradition and just work hard for it because it's a big deal.
Yeah, I can't say no more. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's it. I think
All
we
I
covered
say
it
is
all.
thank you.
Hey, I can't
Thank
say
you
no
for that.
more.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, then the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, then the end is right. I hope you had the time of your. It's something unpredictable, then the end is right. I hope you had the time of your. It's something unpredictable, and in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.